Viewer discretion is advised.
Sleep paralysis.
It's supposed to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark.
Hey guys, welcome to another video, and I hope you guys are having a good Spooky-tober, and I certainly have been so in the Halloween spirit. I did have a bad day yesterday. I'm not sure why, but I didn't film for a while because I've been in and out of just, I don't know what. I guess I just didn't feel good. So I'm back now and I feel a lot better and I'm ready to film another video for Spooky-tober. Hope you guys like my new backdrop. I'm sorry if it's not good, but like I know it's got these wrinkles in it. This video is, like I said in the beginning, about sleep paralysis. And I'd like to say this in case you guys didn't listen to the first thing or you skipped over it. Viewer discretion is advised because some of the things, the clips, the pictures, the things I'm saying might be triggering to some of you. And this is going to be a two-part series, and I possibly will have a sleep paralysis survivor technically on the second one, and she's actually one of my close friends and you've seen her before on my channel. So we'll see if she's up to it. If she's not, that's completely fine and I completely understand. But if she was, it will definitely give us a good insight on someone who has it currently and a lot worse than I've ever had it. I haven't had it, I think, once, and I was able to pull myself out before anything creepy could happen because I have such bad anxiety that I reacted so quick and I woke myself up from it. And I'll tell you guys how to wake yourself up from it, how to get rid of it, the reason for it, why it happens, common symptoms, the medical definition for it, the stories behind it and what it's misplaced for, and hopefully a survivor story. She still currently has it, I believe so. And I feel so bad for her because she does not deserve to have to go through this. But hopefully if she does watch this video, some of the things in this video can help her know a little bit more of what she's actually going through, why she's going through it, and how she can get rid of it. So let's get into the video. Hey guys, if you see me looking down, it's because I did a lot of research on it so I wouldn't be ignorant about it. So the first thing I'm going to do is read the medical definition for it. Medical definition for sleep paralysis is the temporary inability to move or speak. Can occur when waking or falling asleep. I had it waking up, and I don't remember if I was having a stressful day or not, but I was waking up and I believe we were about to go do something, and I think it was last year around Halloween time or the year before that. I was sleeping in my old bed. It's still in this room, but it was in an old bed, and I was sleeping and I woke up because, I don't know, I just woke up. And so as soon as I woke up, if something didn't feel right, and I was like, okay, my body feels so tense. So I tried to move my arms and move my feet and my legs, and nothing was working. And so I closed my eyes tight, and I was like, oh my god, I've seen that movie Dead Awake. I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get eaten and killed or something. So the first thing I start doing is squeezing my hands and clenching my toes and scratching. Why I did this, don't know. I don't know. And there was just kind of like a reaction that I had, and I had my eyes closed because like something's gonna pop up, I'm not gonna see it. So it worked. I pulled myself out of it, but of course I was sitting there and I was like trying to move. The common symptoms, if you are questioning whether you have it or you're just having lucid dreams or just nightmares, these will probably help you decipher. So the common symptoms include paralysis, obviously, anxiety, and hallucinations. And if you don't know what those means, anxiety is what I have. It is the constant worry that something bad is going to happen to you 24/7. And having anxiety attacks or panic attacks is a common additive to anxiety. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, it's not fun. Paralysis is the inability to move a part of your body or the whole body in general, and I'm not reading this, so I'm sorry if the definition doesn't sound right. This is what I know. And so let's say I paralyzed my foot, I would not be able to move my foot or my legs, or commonly why people are in wheelchairs is paralysis of the body because you cannot move it, which means you can't walk on it. or use that body part in general. So this is paralyzing your whole entire body to the point where you could not move. So that is what paralysis is. Hallucinations is basically a lucid vision of seeing something that actually isn't there. You see this commonly when people are drunk, people are on drugs, or they're just deprivation can cause hallucinations. If you're not sleeping enough, you will start to see things, and they could commonly scare you. Commonly will be used a lot in this video. I'm sorry about that. You usually are seeing things. Usually can be creepy. Sometimes it can just be like a speck floating around. It can be a light, and somewhere there's not actually light. It can come in multiple different ways, but a hallucination is basically seeing something that actually isn't there. Cause for sleep paralysis. The cause for sleep paralysis is not a demon, and that will something we'll get into right after this. The cause is actual something your body does every single night, but this is something that it just goes wrong. So basically, during rapid eye movement, or REM as it's commonly known for, sleep, the brain has vivid dreams while the muscles of the body are essentially turning off. While sleeping, the muscles are unable to move, so the person would not be able to move and act out the dream with their bodies. Sleep paralysis happens when the person wakes up before REM is finished. So basically, you're waking up as your body is shutting down. So your body parts are not able to move because they're shutting down for sleep. And that's what happens every single night. You go through a 45-minute REM, which is your body shutting down, preparing for sleep, and for relaxation, which is why you're not commonly, don't use common again, Cadence. It's when your body you can't move it because you're sleeping and your body's relaxing, and this is what makes sleep so comfortable, is because you're not waking up, you're not just sitting there thinking, because your brain has shut down. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. Okay, I say that a lot. The stress and anxiety is commonly linked with a person's likelihood to experience sleep paralysis. So, if you are going through a lot of stress right now, let's say exams are coming up, or you're just if you already have anxiety like myself, and you're already stressing, and you're stressing on top of stressing, you are more likely to have sleep paralysis. So that is commonly why people have it, is because you are stressing so much and putting all this weight on yourself, and your body just kind of wakes up because your brain is moving so fast. And so when you wake up in REM, you can't move, which is sleep paralysis. And I know I'm going to say paralysis. I'm going to change it up. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to be able to do this. You know what I mean? I do that so much. Okay. Sleep paralysis is so common. Most people have it once or twice in their lives, and that means that pretty much everyone is going to have it at least once or twice. Whether that means whether that means what I went through, where I was able to pull myself out of it and nothing creepy happened except for the fact that I could not move my body, or like my friend has it where creepy things will happen, they die, people are attacking them, or things like this happen. And whether it's low, moderate to high, you're most likely to have it. That doesn't mean get scared. That doesn't mean go on a cleanse and try to not be stressed, which that's good for you if you want to do that. But yeah, doesn't mean get scared. That doesn't mean you're going to have it. Doesn't mean you're having it right now. It doesn't mean anything. Just calm down, because you might get stressed over that. I'm kidding. So this is a very important rule with sleep paralysis. Paralysis. This is very important. If you have it, or even if you don't and you're doing this right now, stop and I will make you stop. Sleep deprivation. Sleep paralysis alone cannot kill you. And this is not the spiritual side thinking that a demon is causing this or that a demon's going to kill you. Sleep paralysis by itself cannot kill you. But sleep deprivation can and will. So if you are taking long times of the day, long times of night, and not sleeping, it can and will kill you. Sleep paralysis on its own will not. It cannot. So because you have this does not mean that's a good excuse to not sleep, because it will kill you. It's slowly making you hallucinate. It's going to make your body deprived. It's going to make you unhealthy. It's just never deprive yourself of sleep. If you're cramming for one night of a study, that's fine. Like it's inevitable. But don't keep yourself not sleeping for weeks on end, because it will eventually kill you, because you can't have a phone and not charge it and expect it to work. It's going to die. So basically just promise me you're going to sleep. Sleep paralysis is self-diagnosable. This if you have it and it's in your control, you don't need to go to a doctor to tell you that you have it. If you believe you have it, you probably have it, because it's not that hard to decipher a dream from sleep paralysis. In a dream you commonly can move, and in sleep paralysis you can't move at all. So let's get to something that is going to probably set some people off. This is what I want to tell you. Please don't be ignorant about this. Please just listen to me. And if you still want to believe it, even after I've told you the truth, that is fine. That's your opinion. But please believe me on this. Sleep paralysis isn't always to do with demons. People commonly miscape, whatever the word is, sleep paralysis with being killed by a demon. And the reason for this is because of the movie Dead Awake. I'm sure there's others, but the main part of this is Dead Awake the movie. The movie was not that good to me, but I'm sure other people find it fascinating and amazing. The movie was not horrible, it just wasn't scary, you know what I mean? But people commonly misconcept sleep paralysis with being choked by a demon and dying. It's not the same thing. One is being possessed, and yes, having sleep paralysis, but sleep paralysis on its own has nothing to do with demons. It is a medical condition. That's like saying anxiety and bipolarness has to do with the demon inside. It does not. I'm sorry if you believe it. If you believe it, go ahead, but just please don't misconcept it with that. Thank you. Okay. So now we're going to get into the cures and how to make sure you don't have it. There's no, perfect way to make sure you never have it, but there is ways to avoid it, and there is ways to get rid of it. And if you are having it right now and you're not looking for help, but you want to get rid of it, this will help you, and I hope that it does, because I know it can be very scary. Okay, let's get started, because I have a whole list on how to get rid of it. Going to bed around the same time, so that your body has basically set an alarm in its head when to go to sleep, when REM will happen, and when you will be able to wake up normally. So going to bed around the same time is not always easy, but if it's possible, try it, because I'm sure you'd rather go to sleep around 9 than try to go to bed around the same time. Ensure a comfortable environment, which means not going to sleep out in the woods. Just make sure that you're comfortable where you're sleeping, who you're with, and all that stuff, because being in fear causes anxiety, which causes stress. Boom, sleep paralysis. Avoid caffeine before sleep. Caffeine will wake your body up, which means you're going to sleep and you're going to wake up, possibly in REM, which will cause sleep paralysis. So that's pretty just kind of, it. Be self-aware and self-care. What I mean by this is be self-aware about where you're putting yourself in situations. This kind of goes in with the next one, or the last one. And self-care means take care of yourself. If you're keeping yourself stressed all the time over simple things, you're going to get stressed, which is going to cause anxiety as well. So just make sure you're caring for yourself more than you're caring about what's going to happen when you go to sleep. Talk. You have to talk. If this means talking to your best friend, talking to a parent, talking to a doctor, talking to a therapist, talk. You have to get it out there, because if you're keeping it yourself, causing stress. Stress is what causes all of this. Stress is behind all of this. So as much as you can, keep yourself out of stressful situations and talk. And if it is out of your control and you just cannot get rid of it and everything you're doing isn't helping, see a specialist, see a doctor, it doesn't matter. But get help, because making yourself go through this every night is self-torture, and I don't think you should do it. And finally, how to wake yourself up from it. This is a list, so I'm not going to go into the depth of it, but I just made a list, and let's read it now. Number 1, don't fight it. That means don't try to pull away or tug because you're stressing yourself out more, and as we've gone over multiple times, stress is behind this. Just surrender to whatever is happening in the dream. If something's attacking you, just let it happen. Just go with the flow. I know it sounds horrible, like, why would I want that to happen? I'm not saying want it to happen, but just let it happen, and it'll end faster than it would have if you were to be fighting it because you're stressing yourself out. Wiggle your toes. I did this. Wiggle your toes, because your toes and your fingers and your face are something you can commonly move. You can't talk, but you can blink. So scrunch your face up like this, do like this, and I'm not going to show my feet because I hate my feet, but clench your toes. Focus on your breathing. Don't breathe like because you're going to stress yourself out. Lean into love and find courage. When you're in sleep paralysis, it is very, very, very easy to give up hope. And if you're going through this multiple times in weeks and just all the time, you're going to lose hope and you're going to think, oh, I can't get rid of this, it's just going to have to go with me. But just keep courage, because then you're going to be less stressed about it happening every night. And coughing. You can't talk and you can't do anything with your mouth basically, but you can cough because your coughing is in your throat and your stomach. So just can help you realize that it's not real, help your body realize that you're awake. It's like, oh crap, you better stop shutting down her body because she's awake. You know what I mean? Or him. Write out a plan. This can help you de-stress. It can help you remember what to do if you write it out. So basically what I mean is get a piece of paper and just write out what you're going to do the next time it happens, if it does. If it doesn't, that's great. But if it's going to and it's just inevitable to you, just make out a plan. Remember, this is what I'm going to do if this happens. I'm not going to freak out. I'm going to stay calm. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to clench my fist. I'm going to clench my toes. I'm going to scrunch my face. And I'm going to stay calm and have courage, because that is what's going to get you out of the situation. The way to get rid of it, the best thing to wake you up, the pretty much thing that you know is going to work, is to scrunch your face. And I've already said this before. Scrunch your face like you're smelling a dead carcass. Make it smell like you just saw someone poop and you smell it, like diarrhea or something. It's really gross. Okay, that's enough. Basically, just scrunch your face as hard as you can. Download an app if you're more of a virtual person, or do it on paper. Basically, keep track of what and when it's happening, because then if you do go see someone, you can let them know what's happening, and it also can help yourself when you know it's going to happen and you're prepared, can help you be less scared about it happening. And I want to say this one more time before we do it. Before we end, I have 2 more things, or 3 things last to say. First of all, always remember, never forget, don't ever let yourself forget this. It's not real. It's not happening. It's not actually killing you. Nothing is actually happening. And it is common to have breathlessness, but that doesn't mean you're not going to be able to breathe again. It doesn't mean you're not going to be able to wake up again. It doesn't mean you're not going to be able to move again. It's the basic thing. Just know it is not real. Second of all, like I've said before, and I'm going to press this on you because this is so serious. Sleep paralysis cannot kill you, but sleep deprivation will and can. So if this is happening to you, it's not an excuse to not sleep. get help yourself, have someone else help you, have someone sleep with you, but do not stop sleeping because it will shut down your body and your body will basically just malfunction. And I think the most important thing you can do is talk about it. Don't hide it, because the more you talk to someone about it, the more help you can get, and that's always the best option. So just always remember to talk about it. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it did help some of you, and I hope it did help some of you not with sleep paralysis, but like to be more aware of it, to know it can happen, and to be more sensitive to people who it is happening to, because this is a horrifying experience and it's not something you should lay lightly. So I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and there will most likely be a part 2. It's up to her, but I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye. Bye.
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange?
Come with us and you will see this our town of